What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
What's up, Gabe? Hey, Lee, how are you, man?
Good.
Little bit of technical difficulties, guys. We're in.
Yeah.
Good
All
to see
right.
you, Gabe.
Nice seeing you, Michael. What's up, everybody? We got a bunch of people already in line to see Lee's stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Steven.
Wood.
Carla.
Oh, it's probably 4 o'clock in the morning in Germany where Miri is. So
yeah. It better be good, Lee. Better be good.
No pressure, right?
Better than the sound quality, though. Is your mic super far away, Lee?
Mine?
Yeah.
Does that sound better?
You're fine.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not bad.
Echoey in this office, right? I mean, there's no drapes in there.
What's up, Marcel? What's up? How you doing?
What's going on, guys?
What's up?
My buddy Chase.
Ken, Johnny Stewart. What's up, Sean? Chris, Jeff. What's up?
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah. What's up?
He was giving me encouraging words today too, Jeff, because I told him, I'm like, man, I feel so nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Joseph, that's right. It's about time, but yet you.
Oh, yeah.
I know, right? Yeah,
Wait
Joseph.
a minute.
Pete, me and you need to talk, bro. Hey, Janine.
What's
hey,
up,
Scott.
Daniel.
Hold on, guys.
And
cool.
Here comes trouble. Oh, no.
What happened?
Oh.
Oh,
it's your turn to deal with it tonight.
I know.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys. So obviously we've been kind of following along Lee's transition of his house.
Yeah, I'm now officially a woman.
So obviously, now we finally get to spotlight Lee's collection and get through, those long sold out glass Bestadors. Yep. I'm sure Lee will talk about those because that's been a whole disaster freaking mission right there. So yeah,
that looks great.
Janine, yes, Lee's transition. So Lee, obviously you've been on the show a bunch of times, but today you get your spotlight, and we never really talked to you about kind of who is Lee, and how did you get
He's that asshole everybody knows.
I'm the asshole
we all know that part of it. We all know the asshole side of it, but what really drives Lee? How did you become the asshole that you are?
Well, let's see. It was back in '93. No.
Oh, we kickstarted the Falcon early today, man.
It's always a good laugh.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah? Watch this.
Watch what?
Oh, God, dude.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it's hot in here.
It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show when the Falcon kickstarts early.
You're great, Lee. This is going to be fun.
Man. But for reals, Lee, I mean, look, I mean, we always talk about Star Wars and everything. Tell us about it. How did you?
How did I start
How
collecting?
did,
Or
not,
how
not
did I?
what
Well,
as a child? What was your Star Wars experience like?
I probably had the greatest Star Wars experience as a
Yes, you
child.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I got to meet Dave Prowse. I think it was 82. I think it was the promo for Empire Strikes Back. There was a early uh, conception, I guess, of Walmart back in the day. And yeah, my uncle's good friend was a photographer for that shoot there. And yeah, I got to meet Dave Prowse a little up close and very personal. Yeah, it's really weird because I remember like his glove being right here and me smelling, and I could smell the leather. And what's crazy, every time I smell leather now, it takes me right back to that. I can just because I can remember looking like at his hands right here. Yeah.
It's
Dang.
cool. So, but were you already a Star Wars? Did you know who that was? Like you knew that
Oh
was.
yeah, dude, who wasn't? I was 7 years old, and it was 1982.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That
So
is
yeah,
unbelievable. I before I even met you, Lee, I don't know if it was, I think it was Gabe or somebody had shared that picture, and I remember seeing that, and man, that's so iconic, and to have something like that, and it's not just some dude dressed up in an outfit; it's actually him.
yeah, I met him twice. So he only lived like 40 minutes
Mm.
from where I grew up. So I met him as as Darth Vader and as the Green Cross Code Man. Um, it
So
was like a child safety, crossing the roads kind of stuff.
tell us about that. So okay, you were born in you're a Walian, right?
That's right. Born in Wales. Yes.
Yeah, that's where my dad's from.
Really?
So yeah, I got hit by a car. I was a pretty accident prone kid, I think. So I actually ran into a car, and a couple of weeks later, the Green Cross Code Man actually showed up at school and to do like road safety awareness stuff. And because I recently got hit by a car, they pulled me out of the crowd and sat me on his shoulder. So I met him twice, and then actually a third time then would have been me and my son went to London. It was his last official public signing and stuff, and I got to meet him one last time there, which was actually really cool to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shook his hand and thanked him for everything that he's done for us. And his hands were just huge, man. I mean, his fingers, I mean, at least two of mine. It was crazy.
Can you imagine? I'm just. I need a drink. Let me get my some Crown over here.
So Lee, what were your parents like? Obviously, like your parents were buying you the toys. Like you were just
Yeah.
kind of typical kid.
Yeah, yeah. I had quite a few of the toys actually. There was a little sport shop in my hometown that had a toy store joined onto it, and yeah, I think I want to say once a week, but that's probably exaggeration. That I would get a new toy, and the annoying part, I remember seeing the vinyl cape Jawa and the material Jawa. I'm picking the material one over the vinyl one.
Do you remember seeing the vinyl? Really?
Yeah, I remember and thinking, oh, that looks junk.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like because the other one was made of cloth, right?
Yeah. That's my favorite figure is the cloth cape Jawa.
Yeah, so I had quite a few figures growing up.
Okay, but did you like collect them, or you're just kind of like
No,
regular?
I played with them. I played with my Star Wars toys. I didn't. Yeah.
So you just got rid of
What's that?
you just got rid of them once you're old enough.
I did, and I remember my mother telling me because we put it in a free paper that went around. You could put like a advertisement in there. And my mother she didn't want me to sell them, but I was 17. I didn't care. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
All I cared about was cars and girls at the time. So, yeah, Yeah, I sold them all, and hindsight, yeah, I wish I hadn't, but I don't think they would have been in pristine condition. I mean, I played with my toys, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, okay. So fast forward, you're grown. You had your kid. Did you
Well,
already?
actually, it was. Let's see, my son was probably so he was born in '97, and I remember I was in college, and I remember I had a computer and dial up, and I somehow stumbled across Master Replicas.
Mm.
And I remember looking at those and thinking, man, I'd love to have one of those. And then fast forward many years later,
Mm.
I was able to get them.
Was that your main thing? Is master replicas? Did you
Well, the
like?
lightsabers, yeah. I mean, that always it seems like such a unique thing, right? Compared to like blasters. I mean, the guns are in everything.
Yeah, yeah,
So and it's kind of Japanese inspired too, and I like a lot of that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
yeah,
Cool. So when did you like get serious about collecting though? Like approximately.
man, 6, 7 years, I want to say probably.
Mm.
So around, right around there. I want. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Trying to think when me and you started talking, Gabe. That's got to be 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think how old the cargo hold is, and that had been probably going for probably about a year
Yeah.
when I.
So did you get kind of into collecting because of the like the Facebook groups and you kind of started
No,
seeing
I was on night shift, bored at work, and stumbled across those Master Replica lightsabers, and it started from there.
That's
got it.
cool.
And then I discovered the groups after because I didn't know about this whole collecting community. I had no idea about any of that.
Yeah.
But I just wanted those. Well, a lightsaber, and then things got out of control from there
Of course. Of course.
for all of us.
And then so obviously you're a collector and one of the things that I know that the community knows you from is that you always come up with really cool, nice, clean displays, right? Like ways to display things kind of really nice. And you're always helping people out and giving people your secrets, except for me. You didn't give me your secrets. Denied me of your pedestal secrets, but it's okay. Um, we, so
But
you,
now I've shared those.
fast forward kind of what 2 years ago, year and a half ago when you bought this house.
Yeah, so let's see, 2020, it would have been June 1st, 2020. They closed down my refinery in Wyoming.
Mhm.
And some of us got the transfer. Some decided not to. I decided to come down here to Kansas. So, yeah, I came to Wichita. I was supposed to have built a house, bought the lot, bought the plans, and the
You did
develop.
build the house.
What's that?
I said you did build the house except for the slab and the studs.
Yeah, well, and then the developer changed his mind and wouldn't let me build it. So I had to have a plan B, and plan B was getting a ranch 7 or 50 style ranch style home. Because I've always wanted to do this before I did it. Now I would never do it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I moved to Kansas. I was living in Wichita downtown for about 6 months. And then I bought this in, I think, April of 2021, I believe. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, so that's it when I got it.
Okay, so that's kind of how it started, right? You
Yeah,
got
yeah.
well, and then you redid the
Yeah, I actually, so the majority of that work I done with one arm because
oh yeah.
I was pulling off the fascia boards and I slipped on the ladder. Oh, sorry, pulling off the guttering and slipped on the ladder from all the stuff that was in there and
Yeah.
pulled my bicep. So I was off work for about, I don't know, 10 weeks or so, maybe longer.
I remember
I
that.
did it all with one arm. I had like a clamp thing on my arm, and yeah, I learned to dig trenches with one arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we're kind of, so these are kind of the before and after, but I know you threw in there some kind of mid construction pictures too.
Yeah.
So
So I
these are,
tried to capture the same angles that they took when these are the promotion pictures for the real estate people. So I just tried to capture those same kind of angles so you could see the difference,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's and it looked pretty nice, but when you got down to it, there was a lot of problems. So yeah, so the other side to the left of that image, there's a big sheet of black plastic right there, and that's where I lived for 6 months.
Yeah.
It was looking back, it was awful, absolutely awful. I don't know how I did it, man. Honestly, just living in that mess every day.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. You'd like call us or whatever, and it's like you're like a squatter. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was.
he's going to his neighbor's house and showering.
So yeah. Frank let me shower at his place for 6 months. I didn't have a bathroom. Yeah, it was rough.
God, that
Now,
kid was badass.
I know.
So yeah, this is where you'll get to see the my squatters
Wow.
paradise.
See that angle, that's a good angle right there.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the space looks at it. Well, it is a big space, and it almost looks empty because the dining room table could be 3 times bigger, and I still think it would look like I had a ton of room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'll get to see. So that was that's how I was living.
That's where it all happens right there, huh?
Yeah, that's where the magic did not happen.
That's where nothing happens.
Yeah, that was rough, man. I mean, the TV was on the floor, and then the kitchen's right next to it. So I got to have breakfast in bed every day, so you can see. So that was the kitchen right there.
Yeah.
So it was because I had to bring all my collectibles, well, most of them could be affected by humidity because everything was in the garage, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it gets really humid down here, so I just had to pack everything in there along with myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was.
And that's what it looks like now.
It's a big difference now. Yeah.
Jeez, that looks cool, man.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
I never realized how big that legendary Vader and Darth Maul are until
It's huge.
you see it.
I didn't realize it either. Honestly, I didn't. I was surprised when I put it on that pedestal because those pedestals are what 36 inches, I think, or 36 inches, 3 feet.
No.
Hey, Kevin, one of my buddies from work is here.
Oh, nice.
So that's the old style bathroom. I mean, it was rough, and then that's it now.
Oh.
It's nice. I got the Japanese style toilet in there.
What's up with this little controller? What is this?
That's the top controller is to wash and dry your butt. The one below, the controller below it is actually the thermostat for the floor because it's got in-floor heating in there.
Heated floors, man. You went all out, man.
And then that's the old shower. Yeah. And actually, Kevin, that's in the chat, me and him ripped that bathtub out. I mean, Kevin, if I wouldn't for him, I'd probably still be demoing this place. Big thank you to Kevin. He helped me out a lot.
Hey, and your lights are like all interconnected, right? Like
it's all the Philips Hue system, so every light is addressable. So like in your Alexa office red. This should work. Oh, you can't even see it, but yeah, everything. I mean, it changes.
Yeah.
There we go. Every room has its own kind of group, and then within that group, you can change the lighting. It's pretty cool. It wasn't cheap, but it was worth it.
Nice.
Yeah, Kevin's seeing these pictures for the first time because he actually went back to Wyoming before any of this work was done. I don't think there was even walls in there when he left.
So what I start noticing is that you have pretty much a Carrie Fisher portrait pretty much in every room.
Almost not in the office, and not in the dining room. Well, actually, there is one in the dining room. I like.
Yeah, and I remember. I mean, a lot of us do. You going through all the building and how what a. I remember like the first garage door that showed up. It was the wrong one, and
yeah, it's the wrong color.
yeah. I remember every.
Get me to have a white one instead of the black one. So that's my son's room. So that's his little spot right there.
Got the Back to the Future.
Yeah, that's that. I got like three prints in there. That's all I was allowed to put in there. And that bathroom. So that old bathroom, there was an inch thick of concrete.
Jeez.
Yeah, each side of this graded. And if it wasn't for Kevin,
are all the mirrors smart mirrors?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is the next project.
You can kind of tell right there on the.
Yeah, you got the time, the date, the weather, humidity, all that stuff on it. It's pretty cool. And
I love that. This is probably favorite hallway. That's so cool.
Yeah,
so those lights worked out really nice. Those high tension wire lights. They yeah.
The other side.
You know, it's funny. Even people that have seen my gallery that aren't even really into Star Wars, it's funny when that happens. But you don't even have to be into it. Like Captain America. When you see that stuff, I see it and it's like, dude, that's badass.
I love that Princess Leia. I mean that, and especially the fact you just threw it in the living room and it just, I don't know. It's, you kind of have to. It's not like extra nerdy where it's like, Princess Leia, like, I don't know, like in the slave costume. I don't know. Obviously the buns, it's
a piece of art, man. I mean, it really fits a space. It really does. It was, and I found that. So I got that. I've probably only been in this house a couple of weeks when I stumbled across that company. They're out of Sweden, called Photo Wall. Yeah. And you measure up the wall and they will, whatever image you've chosen, they'll match it up to that because it's actually wallpaper.
Yeah, so Armando's really interested because he's asked twice. How did you make the? So when you got the material from the people that you ordered it from, did you have somebody install it?
Yeah, it's wallpaper. So I've wallpapered. I wouldn't say I'm a professional wallpaper.
You did it yourself, though.
No, I didn't. So
Okay.
I found a gal here in town. She wasn't cheap, but I wasn't going to cheap out on it. I wanted it done correctly.
Right.
And yeah, she did a good job. And the funny thing is, so my drywall guy, the day she installed that, he was on his phone to his buddies and he walked in and saw it. He said, "This guy is single as fuck." I couldn't stop laughing about that.
So yeah, you're definitely, when you go out on dates, you got to go to their house first and let them get to know you.
Yeah.
Make sure
hey, this is me, bro. Take me or leave me.
Dude, Lee, that is beautiful, brother.
Yeah, that kitchen came out.
Holy shit, that looks fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. The under cabinet lights showed up yesterday, and I put them in. I was like, dude, I mean, it's not finished. I still got outlet covers to put on, but it looks so good. I was like, oh man, I gotta take a picture of this.
You're welcome.
Where's the fridge?
The what? The fridge is to the right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I cropped it out. I think it's because I took it this way, and I should have took it.
Your little toaster.
You have a TV in your fridge, I'm sure.
Your
What's
little
that?
Oh, good.
I was just saying, do you have a TV in your fridge?
Yes, I do have a TV in my.
I figured you did.
Yeah, it's cool because like somebody rings the doorbell, it shows up on the screen on there who's at the front door. So that's pretty
Your
cool.
little toaster or whatever on the far right looks like the head of what's the maid from the Jetsons?
I have no idea.
You know what I'm talking about? You never watched the Jetsons?
I never watched the Jetsons.
What? Michael, did you watch the Jetsons?
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't. I watched
No.
Flintstones. I didn't watch the Jetsons. I watched Flintstones and Scooby Doo.
Okay.
But that's also Hanna-Barbera. I just never got into it. But I did watch a little bit. But yeah.
The maid. Yeah, the maid looks like that. All right, cool. Well, that's the intro to the house. Obviously, we're going to dive into the collection. We're going to dive.
Gabe, I threw a video, I think, on the back end.
I saw it. I'm going to have to.
I wanted to play it for Michael to show him what that Philips Hue system does.
I'm gonna play it, but I gotta play it on silent, or else you're gonna get us a copyright infringement.
Okay, so I guess that droid was called Rosie.
Rosie, yes.
Yeah, they're all saying it. There's about 10 of them.
Rosie.
So Gabe, even though me and Lee didn't watch the Jetsons, everybody else on the chat did.
Yeah.
What the heck? I can't believe you guys didn't watch the Jetsons. That's surprising to me.
Hey Lee, does that DeLorean run on batteries that turns, because it's not moving anymore?
No, it does not run on batteries. It spins for a while and stops. That's actually levitating.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, it's hovering about. I know.
I'm gonna have to. I can't wait to see that. Look at this.
Yeah. So
Michael, watch the lights. Watch the lights correspond with everything that's going on the screen. So it's really cool.
You're there. You go.
That's
unbelievable. You're the one who told me about them, and I was like, yeah, I got to get them. So I have that in.
So first of all, it's like really distracting when you're watching it, because you're like, oh, did it move to that? Did it move to that? But once you get past that, it's really immersive. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, see how it goes like orange and
dude, I can't even believe that.
Yeah,
it's working from Best Buy
fast.
Holy shit!
Wait till Vader shows up here now. Watch this. Yeah, it's really clever. Yeah. So it interrupts the signal that's coming out of your receiver, goes into that box, and then from that box to your TV. So it's splicing it right there. Yes, Philips Hue.
Yeah. Yeah, Lee's the one who turned me on to that. And so I ended up getting it for our...
Look at this now, Michael. And watch the lights on the ceiling, too.
Holy shit. And then it goes off real quick. That's unbelievable.
Right? Yeah, it's cool, man.
Is that an expensive system?
No. You can probably set it up.
And you could probably get it kind of crazy, right, Lee? Like if you get all the side lights and the
I got the side lights too right there on top of the subs. Can you see those?
Yeah.
So I got those. The only problem is that's an 85-inch TV, and they only make the strip for 75 inches. That's the biggest they make. So that's why I got those to blend in with the bottom of it. But when you set it all up, you tell the location of everything is, right? So it knows where to project the light.
Did his whole house with those Hue bulbs.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome, Lee. Yeah. I remember that you kept telling me about those damn bulbs now. Now it's all coming back to me that you mentioned that. And if I can tell you right now that anybody that's watching this chat that doesn't already have that will be getting that. That is so fucking cool, dude.
Oh, I spent Michael's money yesterday. I'm going to spend you guys' money today.
Yeah, exactly. He's really good at it, guys.
He already convinced. I've had him for almost a year now, right, Lee? Like since we talked about that.
Yeah,
he's the one who made me. He was like, "Dude, you cannot be watching a movie without a sound system." So he like pressured me and like was like, "You need to just go buy it." So I bought this like crazy cool sound system, and then I had to get the lights, and I just had to set up my whole.
That's Lee, dude. And it's almost like you don't welcome. It's almost like you don't want to tell him, right? Because you don't want to hear it, right?
Right, yeah. because or else it keeps on going, right? Anytime Lee's like, "Oh, you have to get it. You're not gonna get it. Hey, did you get it?"
Yeah.
I could never understand anybody that's into watching movies that couldn't watch it to its fullest capacity, right?
Understand.
That's the way I look at it. To
Well
me, it's
said.
insane. You may as well be watching it in black and white and on a TV this big.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about
Hey,
that.
Lee, I'm gonna skip, or unless you want me, do you want me to skip the celebs and go straight into the collection?
You can do that. That's fine.
Yeah, and then we'll go back to at the
Okay, if we got time, yeah.
So obviously part of Lee's thing is that he loves the art, right? And he loves having all the all the artwork up. So I'm gonna let's show you some of his art.
And you will see a kind of a theme here. Yes, I do have a lot of pictures of that kid.
Yeah,
a lot.
I know. See what this does. Can you guys still see it?
No.
No?
Uh-uh.
Oh man. All right. How about now?
Yeah, we see it. Hey, Gabe, let me ask you this real quick.
Yes.
Going forward. So, Grogu.
Yeah.
We know everybody knows what your thoughts are about Yoda. What's your thoughts about Grogu?
I like Grogu because my kids like Grogu.
Mm.
So I appreciated that they got him into Star Wars,
So that's the concept piece. That's the actual first final drawing that they agreed upon how he was gonna look.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I haven't seen your art except for Marcel's stuff. Wow.
And then you would have had an extra one, a limited edition one from Celebration, but
can you believe I did that, dude?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So Lee, you know how Lee loves the artwork and the prints. For you guys that don't know, you want to tell him, Lee?
Yeah, it was. So I picked up art at Celebration. David gave me a bunch of artwork. So that one is actually from Celebration in Florida. They give those out to everybody after she passed.
Oh, that's cool.
I remember that. I remember.
Yeah, that's in my kitchen. So I got my big tube and all that, and I think I was talking to Marcel. Not that I'm blaming him for it, but I was talking to him, video chatting, and I was like, all right, gotta go get on my plane. Get on the plane, sat down, start talking to this guy that'd been to Celebration that was flying to Wichita too. Just as we started pulling away from the gate, I realized I'd left my prints at the gate.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, that sucked. But Jerry still had some. So that right there, that's the crew gift for first Captain America.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I was really lucky to get that. Really, really lucky to find that.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's not many of those about. So that's concept artist Ryan Mandarin. That print was actually in the movie, but he is the main concept artist for Marvel.
You know what I'm surprised you don't have the Stark posters, the EFX.
I have. They're right here. Have you seen how big they are?
They're huge. Yeah,
They're absolutely massive. I'm actually going to put one behind the Iron Man here. I haven't decided which one, but yeah, I have.
You already framed them?
They're absolutely massive. So this is Pablo's work. And what it sucks because there's so much light in it and it's pretty reflective. I can't get really good images, but his Blade Runner stuff is phenomenal, man.
Yeah, that's badass.
Absolutely phenomenal. I love his work,
man.
Yeah, and he's a really cool guy too. I mean, I've been collecting his stuff for a few years now. It's got to be about 3 years. So this is that's my dining room little wall there. And the main one in the middle, obviously, is Jerry's print that we picked up I got from Celebration twice. Yeah. And then there's another one of Jerry's there. It's that scene that was cut out of Return of the Jedi, right?
Which one? Oh, yeah.
Did you
building the lightsaber?
Did you buy that separate, like through Acme Archives?
Yeah.
That's not the one that comes with the EFX.
The one that comes with is a lot smaller.
Small, right?
It's exactly the same print, but Acme Archives released that. There's another one of Jerry's.
Yeah, I have that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. And yeah,
So,
Marcel's masterpieces, the massive prints. I mean, you can't really appreciate how big these are until like you take it. Like me and you was video chatting that day, Gabe.
yeah, I was like,
I
holy
mean, yeah, I mean they're absolutely massive.
With respect to Marcel, I'd just like to say I know, Lee, you had you were one of the ones at the beginning that was really pushing Marcel and his artwork, and I know he appreciates you, and of course
Yeah,
you've supported him by getting every one of his prints and the big prints, and that's awesome. That's a
Brian,
badass.
it is museum glass that's in them is just so bright in there, and that's from a gentleman in France. I actually hounded him for about I think 2 years to sell me a copy of this, and he finally did.
I remember you telling me about that guy.
Yeah, yeah, and he signed it on the back side of it, which was I wish he signed the front.
Mm.
I would have preferred it, but
probably didn't want to, there's probably
yeah.
people
But
crossing.
I mean, if he'd have put it on the rock there, I think that would look great. Yeah, that thing is
I
got
think it's
such a
crazy.
presence. It's nuts,
Absolutely.
especially next to the Emperor. They look so good together, those two.
So do you have for Marcel's next print those big ones?
What's that?
Do you have a place where you're going to put Marcel's next print?
I do. I have one space left right now,
Gotcha.
and then
Are you being particular with which one you're going to get of his?
well, I got the 3PO on pre-order, right? The Anthony Daniels signature series one.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's
Oh, that's
gonna
cool.
go by the front door, and then I think I'm gonna have to cycle them at some point. You know what I mean? Rotate
I
the.
understand. Yeah.
I mean that one too. That Macquarie. That's
Yeah, we showed it. Right? Yeah.
the light I got on that. It worked out perfect. You can't really see where the space is, but you come through the front door, and that's right in front of you. Yeah, it's freaking cool. I couldn't get a front on shot here because my hallways are pretty narrow. And but yeah, this will be. I don't know where I got that. I want to say eBay, and probably paid nothing for it. But it was. I mean, I love that Heath Ledger was the best Joker, I think, and I love that print. I thought it was really cool. But it didn't cost nothing.
Very cool.
Oh, that one's great. What is that? Batman and
Well, that's a reflection of
oh, you from
Marvel.
Yeah,
Marcel's.
it's Batman and Darth Vader.
So it's I always forget his freaking name. God dang it! Who's the guy that wrote The Dark Knight? He did Sin City as well. What the heck is his name?
Oh, Frank
Frank Miller. Frank
Miller.
Miller. So Frank Miller signed that at Denver Comic Con.
Oh, that's
It was
cool.
his print. They were selling them there, and that was the first deckled edge print I'd ever had, and that's what gave me the idea to go with that deckled edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I didn't know you were a Batman. I didn't know you were
an Alex Ross print. That's
Very
kind
cool.
of his story as a kid, and then that's another angle of Pablo's work.
How many different ones of the? Yeah, that's pretty cool. How many? I know it's hard to see with the shields and stuff, but how many of those does he have?
So that's the three that he's done. There's been variants of the same ones, different colors in it. I love that one too of the pyramid, right? Of the Terrell Corporation pyramid.
Yeah, that's cool, son.
So I don't. There's another piece of his work dropping really soon. I'm just gonna say that. So my son bought me this. This was a birthday gift from him years ago.
That's a cool piece.
Yeah, it is actually. I would like to get it rematted. I think that was my early days of displaying artwork, and that's a really cool piece. And it's signed by Ryan too. So that photograph is actually in the movie, right? When he goes to the museum to see himself, and they're talking about those guys.
Yeah.
That's just a gun star from The Last Starfighter. So these are the magazines.
That was cool. I like
These
that.
are the comics from geez, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on that. Lost Boys.
Oh,
Oh,
very cool.
That's the comics that the Frog Brothers give him to. It could save your life. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, I love that movie. I'm excited to get that bottle when that company puts those out.
Very,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, David's wine bottle.
all right. Now let's start getting into the props.
Yeah,
Let's go take a look at your lightsaber collection because Lee has probably one of the most impressive master replicas collection, right? It's funny because like a lot of people are like, "Oh, like Gabe, you have a lot of master replica stuff," and I do, but I think Lee has a more complete set because he also collects the prequel stuff and all that. So let's show them.
Wow.
Zoom in.
Hey Lee, real quick before you break into this, did you not put you got your Yoda print in from Jerry, didn't you?
yes, that came.
Where
Friday.
are you putting that?
I have no idea right now.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't know. So those doors, as most people are aware, those Tomba doors, they got discontinued years ago.
Yeah.
Them ones right there, I actually flew to North Carolina and picked up 18 of these doors, rented an SUV, and then drove it back for these doors.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they had that freak snowstorm that hit them. Remember, I'm driving through West Virginia, snowing. Never been on those roads at night. Yeah, it sucked, but it was worth it because I wanted those doors for a long time, man.
You couldn't ship those, or what was the problem?
He wouldn't ship them.
I
He
got
said,
you.
"I'll ship them," and I was like, "This is the only way I'm gonna get a big chunk of them in one go," you know.
Mm.
So yeah, I flew there and drove back. So that's probably one of the rarest lightsabers I have. You know what that is, Gabe, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's the concept.
So this is pre-Master Replicas. It's before Master Replicas was formed. Steve Dimzo. It was SD Studios, and I actually spoke to him a couple of weeks ago when I got those T-shirts for us. I asked him how many of these was actually made because I think the plaque says like whatever number is out of 20, I think.
Yeah,
Out
30.
of 30 out of 30. And he said he thinks that there was 90 made in total. So this was before Master Replicas, Michael, and Lucasfilm actually featured this in that book, remember, Gabe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Well,
cool.
yeah, and SD Studios, they had the license also for like the James Bond, like the Golden Gun. They were the first ones to kind of put it out, and like, so yeah, no, SD Studios was pumping out some good stuff for a while.
Yeah, so that one's pretty rare.
You got the signature edition.
Yep. And I'd love to get Marsha's signature to go with that.
And this is Master Replicas. Yeah, okay, I see that.
Yes. Yes.
So what? Real quick, guys, because I'm not real into these. So I want to ask you. So I have the Icons Luke lightsaber.
I thought it was before these guys.
It was before. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it valuable? Is the Icons?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they're fetching the money that these things are now.
Is it because of maybe the light? They're like a little bit more to screen accurate.
No, I don't think that's the case.
Yeah. I just think Icons did a lot of them, and I think that's kind of what brought down the price. I think the Icons one was what 4,500 or something, or maybe more like 7,500.
Oh,
like they did it's a big edition size, so
okay,
they're less.
I understand.
It's more out there. I don't remember the exact number, but I know they're up there. Okay, so let's
signatures. I'm sorry, Gabe.
Yeah, so I was going to go back. So obviously, this is A New Hope, and Lee. When I first started talking to him, the one thing that I started noticing is that he wanted to collect all the signature editions, right? So with master replicas, there's usually going to be two, maybe three versions depending on the saber, right? There's a limited edition, signature edition, and in some cases an elite edition.
Yeah.
And I remember Lee specifically was like really about the signature edition.
Yeah. I mean, it just completes the piece for me, right? That's why I've gone down this plaque rabbit hole with getting autographs to go with my pieces. Is because of this. I just think it finishes off the prop, right? To have the person who played the character. And this is one of my favorite sabers, though. I mean, EFX absolutely killed it with that.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. I hope one day that Obi one that went around the show years ago that actually gets made, because I love this thing. Absolutely stunning. And that kyber crystal in there, Michael, that actually flashes green.
Oh, very cool.
I'll say it's really cool.
Batteries in it though, Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took mine out.
You did?
Yeah, I just didn't want it to corrode, and you know how sometimes when you leave batteries in it, because I'm not ever gonna turn it on. It's kind of just on display.
That actually happened. Whatever day it was that I was taking the photographs, that K2SO, I took his head off, and it was all leakage.
Batteries.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I was pretty worried about that, but it worked. I put new batteries.
What's the difference between this one and the other one?
This is return. This is the V2.
Yeah.
So the other one is the hero one.
Yeah. So the hero one, you only see it in like I think 2 scenes maybe. But the V2 is the one that you always see like in the Emperor scene. When pretty much throughout the whole,
like when Vader grabs the thing and looks at it.
That might be the hero. I'd have to go back.
That's the hero one when he. I'm sure that's the hero one. He said he's constructed your own lightsaber. Yeah.
Because I actually don't recognize this one.
Yeah.
It's
this
the
is
same
probably
thing.
One of the most sought after game, right? Is the V2.
Yeah, the V2 and the Return of the Jedi Vader saber are probably one of the harder ones to get.
So that, Michael, that was an original LE, just a limited edition. And then back years ago, one of the guys actually from the cargo hold got Ian McDermott to sign that for me. That's a beautiful saber, though.
Are those aerial plaques, or those came with it?
No, those are Ariel's plaques.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them, just the one before.
The ones that were limited or never came out as a signature edition.
Yeah. So this one is an
Ariel plaque.
This one's not.
That's a legit signature edition.
Yeah, this one came with these came with them. Probably most of them that you have came with them, right? I mean, unless.
Well, there's a few that didn't. So that didn't.
Yeah, that didn't. There's no.
So that's the Phantom Menace. That's the Elite Edition, and I got Ewan McGregor. That's got to be 3 years ago. There was a private signing with Ewan McGregor, and I got him to sign all 3 of the plaques for the 3 prequel movies.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's a really nice saber. And the same with these. So they never did these in signature edition they did the dual signature. They never did the single edition for A New Hope and Empire. But David Prowse signed these in a private signing because he got MBE on there. See that? Member of the British Empire. So that's how he would sign later on in life.
Yeah. Lee was gonna sell me that one, but my
it was for the Return of the Jedi one, right? Because I got all 3.
Yeah, my symmetrical brain wouldn't let me, because if I had this signature, then that means the Empire Strikes Back Luke would have to have a signature, and I'm like, nah, can't do it.
Funny.
Won't let me.
Yeah, and that's from the Attack of the Clones.
No.
Signed by you, and also he gave me a kiss on that one by the looks of it, little X on the end.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And then that's another private signing from Prowse. Actually, I think that was his last private signing that he did. I think.
Yeah,
And
you got his signature on a bunch of them.
all three of
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor's.
That's the same signing you just
Yeah,
sent.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, that makes sense.
yeah. And I got those. I want to say I got those from Twin City Comics. Those guys are really good to deal with. Tori's awesome, man. And that's a legit SE.
Yeah.
That came from Spain actually, and I was
Not,
only able to get that like a year and a half ago, and I got it for an okay price.
yeah, these things I'm sure fetch a pretty penny. Like I have the LE, and I mean, even that one's hard to find, right? I mean, just
Yeah,
it's one of the last ones that Mass Replicas did, and then of course this bad boy.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
a heavy saber, man. That
yeah,
is so heavy, and
yeah.
that's a really desirable one too, though, right?
Yeah,
A lot of the guys want that Obi one,
yeah, yeah. The New Hope Obi ones.
so that's really really rare.
Yeah. So
And
tell you.
that never got released.
Yeah.
So that is the concept or the prototype for Revenge of the Sith. Never went into production.
Yeah.
So you can see the difference where it makes the bend right there. It's
Mhm.
chrome, and on the one from
Attack.
Attack of the Clones, it's like a flat gray almost.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Grips
even
definitely.
though many of them were made. I bought a bunch of stuff from he was a pilot actually.
Oh yeah.
I bought that a bunch of things. I got that, so that's where that Yoda came from too. The SD Studios one, they all came from him. I bought, yeah, and this also.
Yeah. That's cool. And also the twin. This. Oh no, this is a no. That can't be a real one, right? So you got this Twin Cities as well.
No, I got that from Ray. I got that.
Okay, direct.
I think Denver Comic Con 2018 or 2018.
So this
2019 was.
this one also fetches a pretty penny, which is kind of strange that the damaged one is more expensive than the full one, right? Like,
I think it's because it's easier to display.
yeah,
You
maybe.
know what I mean? That big one, I loved it, but it just wouldn't fit in there in that
Yeah.
display case. So, and then that was a private sign-in through Twin Cities also for Hayden Christensen
Yeah.
for because they never did. Well, they did one signature series for his. Is that Attack of the Clone? No, it's not. It is
I,
Attack of the Clones, right? That's the only signature series they did.
and so you worked a lot with Twin Cities and like with them, like they're really.
Yeah, they're awesome. Tori
Yeah.
is fantastic with customer service.
And they're still around. They're
Yeah, yeah.
oh, see, because I've sent away from two separate signatures from the Star Wars autograph universe, and neither of them I've seen, and who knows when I'll ever see them. And so I'm like,
Yeah.
and yeah, I was warned too not to do it, but
You was warned.
I was warned by multiple people,
Yeah,
and stupid me still sent in a plaque, and here I am, no signature yet.
I won't deal with them, man. That's my personal decision, right? I won't.
Have you paid them, Gabe?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I paid them in full and sent the plaque in. And every time I message them, they're like rude to me. Like it's pretty bad, man. But
Yep.
well,
And who's it for? Who are you trying to get the signature from?
one of them's Pedro Pascal, and that one's been well over a year now since I sent him my money on that.
Do they tell you it could be 2 months or 6? I don't know how that works.
What plaque was that for, Gabe? Was that for the dark saber that we got?
No, it was for the EFX helmet. Yeah, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it happens. But this one's is this one? No, they didn't do
They didn't do a signature series in this. That's from a private sign-in. So I got two. Let's see. Yeah, two from a private sign-in, and the other one is an SE,
Yeah.
which is a really nice saber because it's super clean looking. Not this one. This was like, I remember that one.
This one. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I love that. The chroma job on that is incredible. They did a really good job on that.
Yeah. And it's nice. I like this one too because it shows the transition, right? Like it shows the transition,
Yep.
almost like the
Yep.
style of Vader's saber.
Yep.
Going,
Yep. But that's really stout too. It's not quite as heavy as Obi-Wan because I think that's the heaviest one of them all.
yeah.
And I think this is probably second.
Did you
And
see that, Gabe?
that's a really rare one.
Did you see what Jeff said, Gabe?
Oh no, I'm looking at his picture.
He said that
Pedro isn't signing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
So that I got from on eBay. So that's not the original plaque, as you can probably tell.
No.
But that lightsaber was on eBay, and I messaged them. I said, I can do $400 because it doesn't come with the paperwork or the plaque. And she's like, okay, yeah, I'll take that.
That's a great deal.
Yeah. So that's the as first built, Michael, from Replicas. As first built. So
yeah,
that's before. That's like as if when he got it brand new from the Jedi Academy or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So Master Replicas would do that every once in a while. They'll do 2 other versions of like as first built, where it's nice and shiny and clean, and then like a weathered version, right?
Yeah.
The other one is the detonator. I think they did that with the Leia detonator and
the thermal detonator for
that's
sure.
it, right? I don't think anything else.
I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
And then that's
it's a shit ton of them. What about guns?
I ain't got none. And that I remember people were practically giving that away back in the day.
This one, I bought this one just for the case. Like literally, I think I paid like $300 or something like that, just because I wanted the case, and then I sold the actual lightsaber for like $150, $200, and I was like, I
want stupid money for them.
Yeah.
What's it going for now?
Like $600, $700.
Yeah. Well, they're going for more than that. If you ever see them out there, yeah.
Well,
that's the pristine condition one.
You can find the ones with the vertical stand.
That's not the one anybody wants. That's the one. But I wish he would do a sign-in, man. And I've been told he'll never do a sign-in, unfortunately.
Hey, Lee, so do you have the complete Master Replicas collection? Or are you missing something?
I'm missing one.
So you're hunting it down?
Yeah, but they've got so outrageous now, Michael. I don't know whether I'm willing to pay $3.5 grand or whatever for it, you know.
Which one is it?
Windu Signature Edition, Samuel Jackson. And I was going to buy it, so I had the Ellie, and I sold it to a guy I worked with because I was about to buy this Essie, and the guy was dicking me around. He kept jacking up the price. He's like, well, he's going to be in the Mandalorian. This is going to be worth blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah.
So beautiful Master Replicas. And so that's the thing, like me and Lee bonded obviously over a lot of this stuff initially when we first started chatting, because kind of similar to my collection, Lee is, he likes the licensed stuff, and we're collecting basically Master Replicas and EFX and all that stuff.
Oh, and big thanks to Steve for the t-shirt today. Came today.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, and he got me, show you what he got me. So I was missing the COA for the Macquarie helmet, and he found
you got it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks, dude. That's awesome.
Let's keep going. Lee's got his collection doesn't stop there. So let me zoom in here real quick.
Yeah, that Boba Fett is fantastic.
I love how you put the Bosch helmet right there too.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it had to go right there, right? But see what I mean, though? That Bush helmet really photographs weird.
Because of the angles.
It looks so narrow, like from the front shot. But yeah, that Boba Fett, I was underwhelmed with it until I put the head on it.
Yeah.
Because I was looking, I was like, oh man, I just paid all this.
I remember when you told me that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that looks junky. And then I put the helmet on, and then I was like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's badass. I love that one.
Yeah, it is.
I love the stance on it.
That's it, right? It's the pose. You can do it for a lot cheaper,
Do you
but
want
it
to?
doesn't have that pose.
So
So
this
that's
is
What do you
that's
mean by that? What do you mean by that?
the pose of it. I mean, the way they've got him stood. I mean,
Yeah,
I haven't seen anybody been able to achieve that kind of stance, and it's not really that difficult. I don't think.
I
But I
understand
mean,
what you mean.
yeah, it just looks spot on.
so this Bush helmet. That's Annie's, right? That's a
That's Annie
blue
Bush.
shoulder.
Yeah,
Those are the same kind of shelves that you did too, right, Gabe?
No, what are these? The lac?
yeah. It is. Yeah, the single lax or the
Yeah,
small.
no, mine I had to do something weird because like I needed them to go out further out because of the rain core and
Well, I wouldn't trust a statue on one of these, dude.
yeah.
I
Oh
mean,
no, not on.
I mean,
Yeah,
these. I think £5, Michael, is the max loading on these shelves. So
God, that's
that's about
crazy.
the limit right there. I
Yeah.
wouldn't trust £5 on there, honestly.
yeah, yeah. No, I had to do something very custom on mine.
Jeff, I'll send it tomorrow morning, Jeff. And that photograph's weird too,
Yeah,
right? Look at that. His snout looks awful, man. But it's really good in person. I think the only one that was happy with this when they
yeah,
got it, right? Out of all of us that
oh,
got it.
yeah. Mine was trash. That's a better angle. That looks a little
Yeah, it
better.
is. It looks way better from that angle. And
Yeah,
she signed the plaque for me
nice.
a couple of years ago. I think I was still in. Yeah, I was in Cheyenne when I got that. So I've had this for probably about 3 years, I want to say. So that thing, yeah, is huge, man. Well, it's half scale, right? So
Yeah,
I didn't realize it. So because I have that one on the left side of the window, and then I have more on the right side of the window, and I thought, oh, they'd just be the same size, but Rock isn't Dave Prowse, dude. You know, Ray Park is the same height as me. He's 5'8". So there's a big difference in the size of the statues there.
man. Yeah, I didn't realize those. I mean, yeah, I guess they're.
Yeah,
I could have sworn legendary was 1/3, but no, yeah, I guess they're half
half
scale.
scale. Yeah, it's half scale. And that's my birthday present from Joel.
Yeah,
Your best present you got right.
That's right.
That thing's
It was.
badass. I remember seeing that in person. I was like, what the hell, dude? I remember when he first went, he was going to make it for you, and he asked me if if I thought you would like it. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that was. Did he give me that? No, he gave me it on the Friday, didn't he? When we had the Skywalker, the Kenobi showing at the house. And
oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Saturday night was just a debauchery of his wife got me so freaking drunk I'll never drink with that woman again. Yeah. So there it is. There's the print that's on everybody's wall.
Mhm.
And congratulations to Michael, who is now the proud owner of one of these.
Yeah. 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 So thanks to so many of you guys for reaching out. Thanks a lot. No, but seriously, there's about 8 of you guys that were blowing my phone up. I was out at the property where the restaurant's going in, checking out steel, and I get my phone, and I've got about 8 clicks on. There's a helmet that just went up for sale, and I'm really grateful to have it now in the collection. I'm just worried, guys. Getting it. I was telling
Yeah.
my wife. I just want to know that it shows up intact now.
Michael,
Because even with insurance, I know it'll be covered, but
Yeah.
I want the helmet. I don't want a refund.
Money.
Yep.
So
So that's the Emperor's King. That's signed by Ian McDermott, who's actually the same time as he did the one for the Saber.
How'd you do the back part? It's just
So I had Ariel make a plaque that had that black all the way around it, so it emulated the one underneath.
that's good to know that he could do that too.
I just want to say something about Ariel. That guy is fantastic. He's I'm just trying to think of the word.
He's
But I
the
mean,
Black King.
he is. And
He's the Black King.
he's fast.
Yep.
You know, he. I mean, it's just amazing. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I really like that guy, and I've invited him on Gabe and I's show. I'd love to have him on. I know he's kind of, backstage, low key kind of a guy, but he's a man of his word. He's very honorable, and you know,
Oh yeah. If anybody's looking for plaques, I mean that's the guy to go. And he'll send you a proof right away. And then if you
yeah,
ask him to change it, he'll change it like
yeah,
right there, like in a couple minutes.
it's unbelievable how many things
So
he's
Lee,
done.
this is the sideshow.
Sideshow R2, yeah. Yeah, I'm really underwhelmed with that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And then
One.
there's number one.
Holy crap! I remember that whole ordeal.
yeah. Numero uno.
Yeah. That's super cool.
Yeah.
And then you got David.
And yeah.
David's
So
pedestal.
that's the custom base David made for me.
Yeah.
Did a freaking amazing job on that. And then the plaque by the side is a plaque that he got Kirk to sign for us, which is a nice little touch to have with it all, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that base is
And now
awesome, man.
and now you also have, an official Marvel Stars autograph there. You know how Kirk's in that new Marvel show or movie, I guess it's a movie.
What movie?
The Werewolf at Night movie.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, that's not. I'm sorry, it's not Marvel. Disney, like just Disney one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, not
Well,
Marvel.
they say they own it all anyway, the evil mouse. Right?
Actually, is it Marvel? It is Marvel. No, it is Marvel because
I don't know. You're asking yourself and telling yourself in the same.
no, I'm like totally. It is Marvel because what's his name? The guy who's in charge of the whole Marvel movies,
Feige?
Feige.
Kevin
Yeah,
Feige?
he said that it's going to be very important for the future or all the movies coming after that. So it is Marvel for sure.
So Kirk Thatcher is going to be like a main Marvel character for years to come.
I don't know about years to come, but he's for sure one of the stars in that.
That's awesome. Good for him, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mask.
There it is. There it is. The proud owner of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Number one.
That was all a little bit silly, wasn't it?
This ring.
And that's a small one from Sideshow. I actually really like that. It's pretty cool for the price. You couldn't beat it, man.
Yeah. And it came with that base. It came with that.
Yeah, very similar to the one that Regal Robot came with, right? Yeah, and there's a body slam. I'm happy I got that. I'm really happy I got that because I got that table still yet to build. I think that's going to be a winter project. I think.
Oh, that'll be cool on there.
Yeah, that's going to go in the middle. That's the plan for it, and then my continued obsession with that little kid.
Man, that's weird.
I like him because I think he's going to go bad, dude. I think he's
No.
yes.
No, there's no way Disney would want
No way.
I'm telling you, that would be so hilarious. I love this. Oh, the presence on that is incredible.
Yeah, that Vader. I want that Vader that you have.
Which one, the half scale one?
Yeah, the legendary Vader.
Maybe we'll talk.
What's that?
Maybe we'll talk.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not really. I don't know if I've told a lot of people. Yeah, I've told a lot of people, but I wish they would have put that legendary Vader in a pose that would match the legendary Obi-Wan that I have.
Yeah.
Grab, holding a saber or something.
Yeah. So that's a legend edition that you have to get from your uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really nice piece. I mean, Brian signed that plaque too. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And those opposite each other look really nice. And yeah. This was
Probe Droid.
This was the first time Michael spent my money.
Yeah, I remember. And then everybody got it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember. I
So
remember when you started sending pictures, Michael, and you're like, "Man, let's check this out, Gabe. You wanted a probe droid," and I was like, "Dang,
yeah. Well, he
Yeah.
too big."
sent it me because I remember we'd had a conversation probably weeks before, Michael. Right? I'm like, man, I'd love to have a half scale probe droid. Da, da, da.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, boom, there it was.
Then you became friends, and then hell, that guy ended up being at the party, hanging
Yeah,
out at
yeah,
the house with
yeah.
his wife.
Randy was there. Yeah.
I was torn so many times to get that piece.
Me too. Me
Well,
too.
how many probe droids do you have, Michael? 5?
I don't know. I've got a lot of them, but yeah, that's the only one I don't have.
It's okay. You can let me just have this one.
I still gotta, get back and yeah, that thing's badass. But yeah, I gotta get back and get my life size one done right.
So this the funny story for this. So when I came to view this house, I brought my tape measure with me because I had to make sure that I could fit it in there, right? And the realtor's like, "Well, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I gotta see if my droid will fit in here."
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. He's a big boy, but again, he's really difficult to photograph because if you see the front shots of it, oh, that's a plaque from Kirk. If you see the front shots, it just looks weird. It doesn't look right, but you see it in person, it looks great.
It's badass.
Yeah, it
I
is.
love it. I mean, me
You
and
ever
Lee were
notice
talking earlier.
I never noticed the weathering like around the
Mhm.
collar and all that.
Yeah.
I
One thing
remember
I
seeing
did
that the
notice
first
that
time.
they didn't add the lights on the back.
Mhm.
Not that you'd have ever would have seen them, but they didn't put those in there.
Hmm.
I think they
Yeah.
should have done that. But again, they put batteries in there, man. I wish they wouldn't do that shit.
Yeah. That's the Kirk Thatcher.
That's a
Michael,
piece that I've
still
been
yet
wanting
to
to
get
get
one of
forever.
those.
I'm sorry.
I said you still yet to get one of these, right?
I know. I remember you've hooked me up with that guy that lives. Have you
He
talked to him
actually
lately?
he's in Texas, yeah.
Yeah, not far. Not
No.
far from
So
me.
so Shane from Secret Compass wanted one, and he's building one for Shane. So if you don't want to build it, he will do it for you.
Yeah, I'm maxed, but
That's all right. I can squeeze a little more out of you.
oh, I know. I'm sure.
So that's the season 2 EFX. Yeah, that is.
Oh wow, I didn't even know they had a season 2
Yeah, they
EFX.
did a season 1 and a season 2. So this one's not weathered. That's all the difference. I mean, it's the same helmet, right? Just not weathered.
Oh, did he, Jeff? That's cool to know.
Yeah, I actually prefer this one. It displays better because I have the uplights on them on the cheeks right here on the season 1. It looks you'll see it now. It looks really yellow. And then that was from Jeremy Bullock's last private signing. That plaque was. There was a guy out of the UK, Skywalker signings. Do you remember him, Gabe? I'm not sure if he's even around anymore, but that was. You can see how not great his signature got in the end, right?
Yeah. Hey Lee, are those little spotlights? Are they battery operated, or they go underneath and you just kind of wrap them under? And,
No, they powered hooked into the power.
like full on, like electricity. Like you turn on the lights and it turns on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which one is that?
That's Costa Reeves.
Oh,
Yeah,
not broken
that's that wrestling chick. I'm waiting for her to do a signing so I can get that plaque. So this one is a custom one. That's from Jackson Rupert. He's a phenomenal painter, man. I mean, that guy is unbelievable. I have three of his helmets. And yeah, Kirk. Yeah, Joseph said Kirk was in Spider-Man. He was in Spider-Man, the last one, right? Playing that punk guy from the Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's from Jackson Rupert, and I'm not sure that's from Jackson too.
Those are really cool.
Dude, he's a phenomenal painter. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
He does a stellar job. And super cool guy too. Really nice guy.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean with the weathering.
Yeah, you see how you can see it yellowing? You see it?
Yeah, it's kind of weird that it looks yellow though.
Well, I think it's because mine is uplit, right, Gabe? If it was lit from the top, I don't think you'd ever see that.
Yeah, because that's how mine are downlit. So yeah, you
Yeah.
can see it. It's interesting.
Hey, Gabe, what did you? So you end up on the Anovos and
Yeah,
because you got the Anovos and the EFX at one time,
right.
Yeah, I did too.
and you got rid of which one?
I got rid of the Anovos.
Yeah,
Okay,
me too.
that's the one I have.
Actually, the Novus one was better, but it wasn't a limited edition.
Yeah, it was. It looked better. The only thing, I mean, the shape looked better. Yeah, it's just more idealized, like just the shape of how
Yeah.
you expect
Well,
it.
the paint looked nicer too, I thought.
I didn't like the clear coat. That was my biggest thing. I didn't like the clear coat. So I
Well,
would have to have
you
someone
wouldn't
test.
like the season 2 version then, because that's how
Yeah,
that one's look. Because it's shiny, right? It looks brand new.
I
So
really
that's
like
the
this
signature series from RS.
RS.
Yeah.
That's badass. I love that one. Who signed that?
Oh, I can't even remember his name. Let's see.
It's one of the actors.
Yeah, it's one of the actors. My God, Alec something or another.
That played a trooper, huh?
See it.
Once
Yeah,
it moved,
he played one of the Stormtroopers.
Alan Fly,
Flying.
Flynn.
Yeah, Alan Flying. Yeah, all three of the RS ones. So that's Stormtrooper. That's signed by one of them. I can't remember which one that was. Can't
So
remember what any of those guys are actually. Jim something.
Jim
I
Dow.
got that one. I got that one from Eddie a couple of years ago.
Hey, Gabe, did you guys all get signatures from the guy that played the Jawa at 5 years old that we had on the show?
No,
Y'all never did get signature from him.
no.
He was willing to do it, but
Yeah, I wish we would have.
And that's a signature edition too. And I'm waiting on that last one that they did of the Sand Trooper that they released on May the 4th. I don't think it's going to be too long that that's going to
yeah,
be.
that's right.
Dickie, and so this one's autographed by Dickie Beer, which also played Boba Fett.
Oh, that guy?
Mhm.
Is that? Okay, wait, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, in a couple of the scenes,
Yeah.
I think he was maybe the stunt one.
Yeah,
But
he
that was
was around.
badass. I love the weathering on this. Like it just
Dude, I'm going
looks.
to tell you, I want a life size. I want the whole thing.
Yeah,
I love that guy. Even the half busts.
yeah.
It'd be cool to collect the half busts.
I would want a life size. If I had to choose one life size, like I would pick a biker scout.
Really?
He's my favorite trooper.
Yeah, I would want maybe a stormtrooper and a biker scout, kind of just one.
The Sand Trooper look as the Snow Trooper looks good though, man. I mean,
He
that
does, Lee. I
with the
remember it.
backpack on and that looks cool. And he got the big gun, you know. That
Yeah,
is really
I've always loved this. This is probably my favorite stormtrooper.
well, it's from your
Mine,
favorite
mine too.
movie, right?
First time me and Gabe agree on a Star Wars thing. Like, kind of, we've made some.
The Nova
History.
Death Trooper.
Yeah,
I remember
That's a
coming
nice
back from
helmet. I mean, the difference, I mean, RS are the closest lineage, obviously, to the real thing. Well, they are direct, but these things are not, but they feel great. I mean,
they're scanned. I mean,
but they're weighty, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
it feels legit.
well, I mean, it has lineage. I mean, this one's scanned
Yeah,
direct.
it's not cast off of those.
Right. It's not like a direct pull. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did you know about this, Lee? See those little? I think I probably said it. See how the little holes are there?
Okay, I've never noticed that.
So yeah, because a lot of people when they first came out, they're like, "Oh, they're supposed to light up. They're supposed to light up." Like, no. In fact, the screen used one, has the holes, but it didn't have the lights. So when they scanned this, they actually left the holes because they didn't have the little light bulb in there. So that's how accurate it is. That even the little
Why did a Novus not do the rangefinder with these?
they did after. Remember they were going to. I don't know if they actually released
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I was watching. Well, when I did that video of to show that Philips U off, you can see it clearly on there. And it's like, man, why would you not put that on there right from the get go? You know,
Which one is this?
that's from a Novus.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah,
You have this one, Gabe?
Yeah, that's the one that's up there.
Didn't you say yours is like it's got a mark on it or something? Like a
Your fingerprint on your game in your clear coat.
Fingerprints.
yeah,
Yeah, they have that common usually in the back. They're you could kind of see it in the clear coat.
gotcha.
And it was literally the last helmet that Anovo's made. This one in Mandalorian.
Is New Novos making this now or no? Or no,
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
come. Yeah, a lot of
It's nice, man. It really is. So I have those two kind of the snow. Well, have you got the picture, Gabe, of those shelves there? Is that at the end? That's
Uh,
another Jackson Rupert paint.
well, we're almost at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one came out real nice.
Oh, dude, he did an awesome job with that. So the casting is from G Props, I think it is. Yeah, G. I think
GCE
GEC Props. Yes.
GC
Yeah,
props.
GEC Props, and then he sends it to Jackson, and he does his thing. I mean, yeah,
There you go.
that's a little helmet display there. Waiting for RS to send me my Sand Trooper.
See, I love how you have all the Mando helmets, like all right there.
Yeah.
That came.
yeah. That's just if you collected just those, it's cool.
Yeah. That looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was told.
What do you're just missing.
Huh?
You gotta get a TIE fighter, an AT-AT helmet up there.
Yeah, but those stick out so far. Right? There's no way it would fit on one of those IKEA shelves, man. No way.
Yeah.
You know, one I like that Gabe has is the AT-AT driver.
Yeah, but that's big too, though. I mean, that's
Yeah, I have to
That's
even
really
in the
big.
Vestas, I have to do it at an
Yeah,
angle.
I love that one. I love the colors and stuff.
You see how kooky this thing is to photograph, Michael? It looks weird, right?
Well, you
He
want to
looks
bring
like
it down here? That's fine. I
I
mean,
think it might be the shadowing that's behind it. It looks like the Iron Giant.
that's what I was gonna say. It looks like the Iron Giant.
It does, man.
yeah.
Hey, look at that Camptono.
Yes. Thanks from Gabe for getting me that. It sat there for a couple of weeks because I didn't know how to open it. And then he's like, yeah, the instructions on the bottom, dude. I'm like, oh, I didn't think to look on the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so glad I got that. That was, yeah.
That guy's badass, dude.
And I got that on secondary market too. It was on eBay for ages. I kept looking at it. It's like, oh man,
What are you drinking?
vodka.
Straight?
No, it's water, Michael. I gotta get up at 3:45 in the
Oh, I
morning.
thought you were serious, dude. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I'd make the end of the show if this was vodka, dude.
Oh man.
Now let's look at these. So your office, which is also kind of one of my favorite things. Like, yeah, there's the Star Wars stuff, but I mean, you collect more than just Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
So so all of these kind of go. Well, we'll go through it in a little bit, but
Yeah, it's
let's-
all Taurus Studios, the helmets, most of them. The FX helmet, and then King Arts.
yeah.
And yeah, Taurus Studio. I think they're gone, unfortunately.
Are they?
Yeah, they were never licensed, right, to begin with.
What's that big ass thing with the that to the right? What is that?
That's Loki's scepter.
Uh
Yeah,
God, where did that come from?
that's from King Arts. That's in Age of Ultron movie.
So does Joseph have a lot of these things?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Probably.
He doesn't have. I know he doesn't have the Ant-Man helmet I have. That's actually a Hasbro repaint, and he couldn't. He tried to get a hold of that company, and they never responded back to him. So Joseph, if you want it, $3,000.
What an asshole.
What a dick. But this turned out really cool. I was really happy that it's just I found the guy on Etsy, I think, that did neon signs, and I asked him, hey, could you make one that would fit in this space? And he killed it, man. It just looks, that statue by itself is really not impressive at all. But as soon as you put that sign behind it, it just popped like crazy.
These are the things, Lee, that is the respect that people have for you. I mean, the little details, just kind of like you did with your TV stuff with the lighting. It's those
Yeah.
are the things that just takes your display to a
Well,
whole.
it gives it, I know it, like atmosphere, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
this one, I love this. This is just sat on the bottom shelf, and it was cheap
Yeah.
comparatively, right, to a lot of this stuff. And I
Yeah.
mean, it's, and I hate to say it, it's like emotional piece. I mean, that's really cool. Like, how ominous did that look?
Yeah.
I think that's awesome, man. I
That's why
think
I want that Queen Studio or the Queen. Yeah, was it Queen Studio?
they
Yeah.
did. Well, this is from Beast Kingdom. This is the one that's in the end of the Christopher Nolan, right? His
Yeah.
Batman.
That's pretty cool right there.
Yeah, that's from Blitzway.
Gabe, you like Batman?
Yeah.
He's an
I,
'89 Batman fan,
I
right?
like I like the 66 Batman and 89 Batman.
So I okay. I thought about getting that Jazz Inc. 89 version Batwing
Oh yeah.
and
That
hanging
thing's
it from the in
huge.
the yeah.
So this is my Tron display it actually isn't working out so great for the life size stuff because it's so dark and because I have black cabinets, right? It's not. I mean, I haven't lit that up.
So your guy did that for you too, huh?
He did that. That was the first one I got from him. Was
Oh,
that one?
that's really cool.
Yeah, and they're dimmable too.
I mean, if the helmet lit up, I think it would.
It does light up. It does light up, but it's still not enough. I mean, that
Mm,
those the spotlights pointing down on that helmet kid, and it's just
mm,
sucking all the light out of it. It's so dark.
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't do it justice at all. And I don't have. Dude, I love this statue. This is my favorite.
Dude, what you need to have that next to that print.
I agree 1,000%.
1,000%. What about 1,001%?
No, just 1,000.
You
Yeah,
know,
this
there's no such thing as 1,000%, right? I'm just gonna let you know.
this needs to go on a pedestal underneath that freaking print.
But that print is in my kitchen.
Well, then
I'm
this
not putting
belongs in the
statues
kitchen.
in my kitchen.
Hey, why can't something be 1,000%? It sure as hell can be 1,000. If it can be 100%, it can damn sure be 1,000%.
Gabe, I'll let you explain this one to
I
Michael.
don't know. It's gonna be I mean, I guess it can be if you want to, if that's the number you're going to be using, right? If you're
Thank
going to,
you, Gabe. Fucking
but I
Lee.
mean,
What the hell, up, dude?
Is that dick in me coming up?
Dude, here we go, dude. Hey, so these are very that Vader one and they're pretty expensive now, right?
That one, Jeff refers to that one as the Mary Poppins one. I still don't see it, but that's what they call that one. But yeah, I love the original Vader mythos one.
Yeah.
So I got a great story for that one. So I posted on a statue group. I can't even remember what the group was. And this guy from the UK girl, he's like, "Hey, somebody selling one on Marketplace." So this guy, out of the goodness of his heart, created a post. I purchased off it. He drove an hour and 30 minutes to this person's house he never met before, texted me the pictures. He said, "Is this okay? Is this okay?" I was like, "Yeah, that's awesome." He bought it with the money that I purchased for the eBay and shipped it over to me. Complete stranger, never met him.
damn.
Unbelievable, dude.
So you
Unbelievable.
figure reaching out to me to go an hour and a half away to pick up those damn
Yeah,
books.
yeah. And then my good friend Michael was like, "Kiss my ass."
Well,
Uh,
maybe you should call that guy, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
he,
Hey, buddy,
he asked,
come over
he
from
asked me
England.
too. He was like, "Hey, Gabe, so how close are you to this place here?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's like northern LA, man. That's like 3 hours away, maybe 3.5."
I was hitting up
He's like,
everybody to get.
"I need 2 doors. Can you next time you're up there, can you grab them?" I'm like,
Hey, Lee. Just so you know, people don't like that kind of fucking pressure, dude. Don't be asking people to do shit.
I didn't press you. I just asked you, was you going to be in the area anytime
I
soon?
said not for about 2 years.
I love this statue right there. That
Yeah,
It's
that's
really
cool.
nice. I think that's from Beast Kingdom too. I think.
you know, Lee hooked me up with this helmet.
Yeah.
So
You have that helmet, Gabe?
yeah,
So you like Thor?
Don't Wakamatsu.
I mean, because I have a lot of Marvel prop replicas. Like I have, the shields. I have, the gauntlet, the life size gauntlet. I got,
That's
this.
right. I remember you had the shields. You have
Which
all the shields.
gauntlet do you have, Gabe? Is it
What?
which gauntlet do you have?
The
Taurus or
the
the
hot
Hot Wheels?
the hot
Okay.
toys. Yeah. Although the Taurus one's cool too, like because it's like it's fist, right? Like,
Yeah, it's
don't
clenched.
you have that? You have it, right? I saw it. Is that the Taurus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming. Sure. This thing's cool. Who
Yeah, I
makes
forgot to turn it on when I took the picture. What's that?
King Arts? This one?
King Arts, yeah. Yeah, they're out of business now. Years ago, they lost the license. That's
That's cool
fetching
that you have that.
stupid money, that thing is.
Is it
Yeah, dude.
like secondary or you paid
Yeah. You
money
can't
for it?
even get, they don't even come around. So that's a repaint of a Hasbro. That's got
Dude,
repaint.
that's fantastic.
Artisan FX. They did a good job, man.
Yeah,
Really?
that's nice.
And that's Taurus Studio. So Taurus Studio, Michael, these helmets are not exactly life size. They're like 3/4 size. But their runs were tiny, like anything between 50 and 100.
Oh,
I didn't know they were smaller.
Yeah, they don't fit on your head.
wonder why.
I have
Prob-
no idea.
There might have been probably licensing issues.
But they were unlicensed. I
For
mean,
sure?
yeah, for sure. So
Oh.
what difference would it have made if they made it full size or 3/4? Actually, it's probably not 3/4. It's probably like 7/8 or 6/8, something like that, maybe. So that's from King Arts 2. That's really heavy.
I like the original Thor, the first one. That's it.
Yeah. So this is from the Age of Ultron scene. Remember, they're all trying to pick it up on the table at Tony's party.
Yeah.
Remember that, Michael?
Say what's that? Yeah.
Yeah, they're all trying to pick it up, and it's actually a good scene. So that's what
That's
that
my
is.
favorite part of the whole movie when that song's playing. It's fucking perfect. I think it's Neil Diamond. I can't remember the song, but they pull that freaking bed off the back of that truck. That was the funniest part of the whole damn movie.
So
Yeah.
those are both from Taurus Studio. That Iron Man is the last one they ever made was that one, which is probably the best piece they ever made. That's got the full sound. They took that 2.5 minute sound bite from the movie and took all the background noise out of it, and it's just Tony Stark talking. It is awesome, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, I ended up because I have that.
The Gauntlet. The Gauntlet was the last thing they made.
Yeah, I ended up having to grab it because I was like, man, it would match so perfectly with that helmet. So yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I love this. This is really cool.
That's all his arc reactors from the different movies.
Was this a set or was it?
No, they were from King Arts individual. That one in the middle was from that patch store though. Remember those guys? That's a really weird store. I mean, they sell a bit of everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the thing that goes in Iron Man's chest?
Yes, correct.
It'd be cool if they did like is the one on the far end right, the original one?
The far left. This is the original one, Michael.
That was in the movie, the very first one when he was in the cave.
That's it.
Oh, badass.
Proof that Tony Stark has a heart. This is
that's cool.
You have it on here or no?
Music, I think so. Music. What were they called, Gabe? Museum something?
That's badass. You have that, Dave, right?
Museum replicas, I think it was.
Something like that, right?
Yeah, but hey, talk about this because this is really cool.
Do you have that, Gabe?
I have the EFX one. What's this one?
That's just the Hasbro one.
Yeah, the Hasbro.
It's the finish on it. I mean, it's really glossy.
That
and it
blows me away.
Really, really well.
No shit.
Yeah, the Hasbro one is. So I had the Hasbro Is it the Legends one, the metal one, right?
Yeah.
And I would have it in my office, and then when I left not this last office, the one before, I gave it to my buddy, and I was like, "Here you go. Keep fighting for justice."
What a nerd. Yeah, it is that I mean, this photograph's really nice, but it's nowhere near the quality of the
But
FX one.
but tell us, all right, tell us whose signatures are on here.
Chris Hemsworth, Thor, uh, Chris. I can't even think of his name. Look, I've been at work since 3:45.
Just say the
Chris
characters.
Evans, Captain America, Stan Lee, Brie Larson, Tom Hiddleston. No, sorry, Tom Holland, Dave Bautista. What's the Scarlet Witch's name? What the heck is her name?
Olsen.
Yeah, she signed it. The Valkyrie girl, she signed it as well. This was my project before we ended up having to move for work.
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to come back to this really. The sad thing was, so in March of 2020, this was supposed to have got signed by Black Panther, right? And it came back because COVID happened, and they sent everybody's items back. Well, they said the signing's back on, so we sent them back out, and he was supposed to sign it on the Saturday, and on Thursday he died.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
Dang, that's crazy.
yeah. And I even said to Tori, because I left it with him for the Olsen signing.
Yeah.
I said, dude, do me a favor, take that tape off. I said, I don't want to take that off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was freaking sad, man. So yeah, it's an ongoing project. I mean, it's each signature is $350, and then they want to charge you $150 for the character name. So it's $500. $500
Per signature.
per signature with the character name. So a lot of people just get like Cap or whatever to go with. I'm like, I'm not giving them $50 a letter. I want Captain Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
And that's what he ended up doing. So I was happy with that. I was getting my money's worth.
That one should have been in the middle though. Did you wanted it right there?
No.
No?
Tony Stark's gonna go in the middle, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really? Why? I'd have Captain fucking America. That's who he
Right.
is.
Who built it, Michael?
Oh, I have no idea.
Howard Stark. Come
Oh,
on.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
Yeah, but it's almost like now I don't know, man. I don't know. I think now it needs to be on that left side.
Mm-hmm.
Just for
It'll be
balance.
like it's off, right?
Yeah.
Well, so the idea was to have all the first Avengers go, right? So it'd be Hulk, Black Widow, and what's his name? Hawkeye would be all in the blue, and then Robert Downey Jr. in the middle.
Hey, we might not have seen it yet, and you're going to show me because I know Joseph might have it, but Lee, those Tron backgrounds look really good, dude. Do you have the motorcycles?
I don't have the Hot Toys motorcycle. No, they want stupid money. I mean, it's like $750 for that thing now.
Yeah, that'd be cool though with that neon in the background.
Yeah, it would. You can buy it if you want, Michael. That'd be really nice of you.
Benjamin says Stark in the middle.
Yes, I agree. So that's the Taurus one. You can see the difference, Gabe, right? It's like a flat of gold on it. And the lights, the stones pulsate.
Well, yeah, on the Hot Toys one does too, but the stones on the Hot Toys ones look kind of plasticky. Like you almost, I don't know, they don't look real. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not happy with those.
This thing is freaking heavy, man. It's polystyrene.
Who makes that one? Did you say
Taurus Studio?
Okay.
Yeah, I almost want to see if there's a maker out there that can make those stones so I can replace them off the Hot Toys one.
I'd speak to that guy from Colorado. I can't remember his name. He did a lot of giveaway stuff on the cargo hold. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
Is this Thanos? What's his name?
Yeah, Thanos. That's from Queen Studios.
Are y'all proud of me for knowing the name?
I am proud of you. Look at you.
Yeah, dude, I know.
That's impressive, dude.
Haley would know for sure.
So I got that signed too.
You have its signature on
To the list, yeah, right there.
Oh, it's on the side.
Hey, dude. Hey,
The
Gabe.
pictures were in order, but when we put them on that Dropbox, we needed Jeff because that's who he works for, right? We needed him to walk me through how to get them in order before uploading them.
That's cool.
Who made this Black Panther helmet?
Taurus.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then the statue from Sideshow.
That's where I wish EFX would have. I mean,
They were gonna do it. They were gonna do it.
I know. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, Josh Brolin. I don't like that autograph because he signed it too thin. That I would have preferred a thicker pen.
Yeah.
That's why I always send my pens with them now, so I know what I'm getting. And that's from EFX.
Yeah.
So,
I ended up selling that one.
oh, really?
Yeah, I got rid of it. Which now and then I got that little baby Groot. So like I
They
wish
look
I
good together. Yeah.
I know I wish I wouldn't.
They should have done. They should have lit up the eyes, man. They really. Brian missed the
You know,
ball.
you know where I found it? I ended up finding it on Amazon, like directly from Amazon at like retail. Well, I think it was actually below. It was like 10% off retail. So it was literally like
The
$5.90.
EFX one?
Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah. On Amazon.
That's cool.
I love it.
Turn that on too.
That's Torrent Studio as well.
Taurus Studios too, yeah. And then
Tesseract.
that from King Arts. I should have turned it on. I didn't even think to turn it on when I took the photograph. Yeah, I think that's all the Marvel stuff, Gabe.
That's that Captain America. I want to find that. I definitely want that.
I
It's
think,
like the original one, right?
yeah.
From the event, yeah, but definitely
It's badass.
pretty cool, man.
And that's a
Blade Runner.
lead, yeah, concept. One that the one from the original Blade Runner was supposed to have shipped out Tuesday, I think. And I called Hollywood Collectibles. I was like, hey, is there any way you can like express this to me so I can have it for this show Saturday?
Yeah.
But we got a hurricane coming and I don't think it's going anywhere right now. I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about it. They're in Florida, right? So
Hey, did you hear what Joseph says right there? Brian told me that the Black Panther helmets from the FX were on their way to the U.S. right before that he passed.
oh really?
Yeah, so is that like a EFX deal? I mean,
those weren't even pre-ordered, were they?
Yeah, they were on Sideshow and they were on and they were on EFX. I'm Big Bad Toy Store. I'm assuming that's where Joseph probably ordered his was through those guys.
Yeah.
So these Gabe's buddies, Kodabakina, it took him forever to figure out how to say.
yeah.
I love these statues, man. They're
very good.
I love the poses, that Japanese feel about them, right? They're super cool looking.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I hope they listen to my suggestion I give them at Celebration and do the Macquarie in this style.
Yeah, that would be. Well, they have.
Not in this style though, Michael, like this Japanese-esque kind of
Oh,
look.
yeah.
I mean, I love it. It's beautiful.
I love this one.
Yeah. I got that from Dave.
Yeah.
And then my Batman. I love these. And my Joker. It's so cool. It's
With
such
the
shark repellent. The bat shark repellent.
Yeah. It's funny.
And then these are from Hollywood Collectibles.
I should have gotten I got the trap and I thought about getting this and I was like, man, it would look cool together. Obviously, I'm sure like how you have them, but I don't know.
Well, we got those Proton packs coming next year, right? So
Is this Hasbro?
no, Hollywood Collectibles. That's from Hasbro, but that's gonna go because I lost the stand for this. That's gonna go with the pack.
Yeah,
How'd you lose the stand?
I lost it when I was moving from my
it's,
apartment to
and it
here.
was so cheap anyways that it doesn't even matter. It's literally plastic and it's like
Yeah, it's
easy.
janky as hell.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it.
That's not the proton thing, though, is it?
It's the neutrino wand.
Yeah, this is gonna connect to the proton pack.
Wow.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
This is one that I have.
yeah. It's nice. He did a good job of that. I wish
Yeah.
they put the. I wish the code with it though, Gabe.
I ended up getting the cord and then I got the sticker pack. So there's and I'll shoot you the information, but there's a guy that makes a little sticker pack to make it all screen
Oh,
accurate.
really?
Yeah, and then
That-
I weathered it. I kind of put a little some nicks in it. So like not real nicks, but like you know how I do that,
Yeah,
the rough buff nicks. Like
yeah. I like that. It's pretty cool.
That display's nice.
yeah,
Yeah, it's in one of these Billy cases. They're actually really good display cases, actually.
yeah.
And then there's a Blitzway Terminator arm. That's not its final home. It's just there for now. We waited what 3 years to get that. I think it
And it
was.
was a signature edition, or you got that?
Oh, I got Schwarzenegger's signature for it.
That's dope.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a really nice prop. Because who did the ones that were out years ago? Was that HGC too? No, it was Hollywood Collectibles Group did it too. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember right when after you got that, I real quick tried to pre-order and it was sold out.
Yeah. Well, 3 years we waited for it.
Yeah.
They was it you, Lee, or Joseph that sent me that they're releasing just the chip by itself?
Oh, I didn't send that.
Yeah, so it must have been Joseph.
Oh
Yeah,
no, it was a guy that's making them. I sent it to you. I think I
Was
sent
there
it
a
to
making?
Michael too. Yeah, I run across him on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Gabe, you got Joseph and Steven want you to send
Yeah, the
the
sticker.
info on that stuff.
So yeah, that's
Oh, on the hose. Yeah, I will.
yeah. Kevin's truck. So yeah, that was nice to have.
That
was
is really cool.
a nice touch to have with
How'd
that.
you get that? He just did a private signing, or
He went to a show and Jeremy, a guy I know, he's a booking agent.
Yeah.
And he was gonna be there and he asked me did I want because it was like a meet and greet thing. He would sign something and you can meet him. But I said I couldn't make the show, so he got me the signature.
that's cool.
Yeah, I was happy to get that. That's the one, Michael. That's it lit up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Did Ariel do that plaque for you just now, the Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Dude, that guy's done a shit ton of plaques for a lot of people.
He's been doing it for a long time. Do I mean he is the plaque guy in this hobby, right?
I could tell you're saving the best for last there.
I sent that picture to Michael weeks ago and he didn't even reply to me, dude.
Which one?
The Back to the Future 2 when he
I'm excited. Oh, yeah.
Fuck
Exactly.
your Back to the Future 2.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm excited now. I'm all into the Back to the Future shit. I'm excited.
We have to get you a hoverboard, Michael.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
I don't think
what is this again, Lee?
That's Tony Stark's desk toy from Iron Man 1 and 2. Yeah. When
Is
he,
it with
you know,
actual?
when he goes to take her strawberries, remember? And she says, the only thing in the world I'm allergic to is strawberries. When he ends up taking that model of the Stark.
Is this licensed or no?
No, it's
It's like a
company. That's a real company that
Uh-oh.
they just put it in the movie. It's the same. So one thing I didn't mention, I guess earlier on, my dining room table is what they used in Iron Man as his desk.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's
That's
those. I can't think what they call those chrome legs. Right, they put them on the beach to stop craft from coming up on the beach. So
that's
it's
cool.
actually from Iron Man. Yeah.
Hey, did you have that Back to the Future sign backlit back there done too?
Huh?
That Back to the Future sign?
What about it?
Did that guy do it out Etsy?
That's a different guy. I sent you didn't I send you the Kenner one of it and said, look at this?
No, I
Remember?
don't think so.
I sent it to Jeff too.
Oh, that's cool.
So see how that hovers, Michael? That DeLorean.
That's bad. Wait, okay, yeah, that I want that hover thing. That's badass. Even though it is part two, but what? But that sign though, I don't get. Where did you get that sign?
That's from a guy in Hong Kong, and I ordered it, and I probably had it in my hands in 10 days.
Wow.
And they're dimmable too. They're really cool.
Can you get the original Back to the Future?
You can do whatever you want. You'll make pretty much anything, dude.
Did you have him do that?
I asked him to make the Back to the Future too. Well,
Yeah,
no, sorry, I had him make me the Cafe 80s one.
Where'd you get those chips from?
Where did I get those? I think they were on eBay. They're legit.
Yeah.
It's got the cards and the chips.
That's cool.
And then that's my pit bull I built. It didn't survive the journey from Wyoming very well. You can see the metal grids there got busted off.
It's really cool though, that piece. I remember the pictures you had taken with that with the guys.
We painted that. I mean, so I wanted to make it look like a brand new pit bull. So if you look at the finish on it, it's like a car finish. I mean, it's clear coated, everything.
That's cool.
And, I should have took a picture of the backside of it, but yeah, it took a bit of a beating in transport. I gotta fix it up when I get a chance. But it's Tom Wilson signed that.
Yeah.
And then the funny thing is, so I had a miniature one. I found a guy on Etsy that made like a half-size one. And for my son's graduation, he signed it, "Congratulations, butthead."
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, that was one of his graduation presents.
Perfect.
And then that's the plutonium case.
From the original, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's made from a company in UK. I think Swan, something they call, I think. And then Michaels, the two Michaels that's got me in trouble. Yeah, this is beautiful. I mean, this was my first studio scale model, and it's freaking cool.
Model.
Model. Well, no model. Statue.
There you go.
Statue. Yeah. And this is cool too. The only thing I'm not happy with right now is these bestas. I don't think it's a good way to display them. Because you're only catching it from like one side. I mean, you talked about this, Michael, right? It doesn't do them justice being in a display case.
Not at all.
Not at all.
You want to be able to, if you can, walk around it.
And
exactly.
And then the thing is, you can't spin them too, right? Because the way they key in, they're like
they don't move.
Yeah.
They got like that little notch out in there, so it doesn't go anywhere. And this see, I think is my camera, because this thing doesn't photograph well either. That's a Mark 42 from Sideshow.
Did you specifically want that one versus like the original one, or?
I got it because it was a killer deal.
Gotcha.
It was half price of what Sideshow was selling it for.
It's badass looking.
Yeah, so I jumped on it. Yeah, it was a COVID sale. It was right as everything was kind of kicking off, right? So that's the angle from over there. I got the computer turned around, obviously, right now, but yeah, that's from the window facing out. I love these doors, man. They're just so clean looking.
Looks great.
Dude, and then I like how you have it like your background now, right? Because you turned it around. It's like,
I turned the computer around a little bit. I mean, from day to day, on a normal basis, it'll go back to the way it normally is. Because if I'm FaceTiming with my boy or my mother, they don't care what my background looks like.
Right.
Yeah, but I really like the lighting. But almost now, I feel like you got to do that lighting on like all of them.
All of them, I know, because it pops so much.
It
really does, and it's unique.
I mean, that guy. So there was the Flynn one, and then the Cora sign or the ISOs, I guess they are. He will build them specifically however you want. I mean, they're bright, man. They're really bright.
Did it take a long time to get them?
No. And he's a super nice guy too to work with.
Yeah,
I asked him about the Flins. I showed him. He's like, man, I don't know whether I can do the three bars because that's what I think. Actually, I think it's more than that. 4, I think it is on the original Flynn sign. So this is cool, but that's going to end up going in the hallway. I'm building a display in there to have this
Queen
one,
Studio?
and it's Queen Studios, and the Vision Bust is going to go out there too.
Did you already get that?
Yeah, well, I haven't got it yet.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be long. And then so I got that Mark 7 coming.
All the one with all the.
Oh, dude, it's so nice. Yeah, it's so nice. Is it Back to the Future, the other one with the mags and that not in there, Gabe? I know they threw them.
Not yet, but maybe. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
That's cool.
So, so that's the Cafe 80 sign I had that guy made, Michael.
That's
very cool.
Yeah. And that hat, everybody normally has the Universal hat, right? But this is the company that made the ones they used in the movie. Remember, Gabe? I sent you the thing for it.
And those mags, they're the replica mags?
No, they're the real $50,000 ones. Of course, they're the replicas.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like the Nike one. Remember, Nike put out the special edition, like.
Oh yeah. They're the ones that are $50,000.
Are they selling for $50,000? I mean, I remember they were going for like $5,000 or $6,000.
$50,000, dude.
If that's ridiculous.
Yeah, Gabe, you can call him a total fucking dick. It's okay.
Hey, Michael, my mother's watching this.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I love Lee's. Me and him are brothers, and that's the only reason that we can talk that way.
I'm kidding.
And make sure you explain that to your mom.
Oh, I will. I said, don't worry.
Don't tell her too. Hey, you better not.
I won't tell her that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Don't tell her that Michael said I took him in the bathroom and pierced his nipples last show.
What the
I
hell?
remember that happening. Yeah, I remember.
You said that, Michael. I don't know.
What the hell?
You don't remember?
What?
You said that.
Yeah, you said no.
You did.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did.
Did I? My bad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
that was very unprofessional. I apologize.
The Power Lake ones are $50,000. Those
Hey,
are
real quick. Go back one real quick.
What?
No. Oh yeah. That picture. Is that easy can you get that picture real easily on eBay? I'm sure.
Yeah.
I love that with it. It's kind of fading away.
Fading away, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
The pets
you can get one that's kind of cool. That's like a hologram, and like every time you move, he disappears, and it's like
it looks real,
huh? I mean, you see the little stripes. You know, it's like the ones that you go through it. It's like
so that almanac that's signed by Mark McClure right there. That was Jimmy Olsen from the original Superman.
He's really cool. I met him.
Oh, he's awesome. I had looked after him for a weekend, him and Margot.
Oh, that's right. I remember talking about that.
Yeah. So that's that husband and wife that do the charity thing, right, for Michael J. Fox Foundation. They go to different shows and you can have your photograph taken with them. They do all the Parkinson's disease charity. Yeah, they're a really nice couple.
And you took it to go take. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I look so young there.
20. Yeah, you do. I was gonna say you look.
It's only 3 years ago.
Was it only 3 years ago?
2019. Yeah. And Denver Comic Con 2019. Yeah.
What happened?
I met Michael. He put years on me. So that's with the Doc and Tom.
Your face and that.
Oh, dude, I have the picture I have with those guys and the one with Mark Hamill. I just
Yeah.
Didn't photograph well. Tom Wilson's such a nice guy, though. Here you go, Michael. I took this video for you. So that's what this. I span it a little bit too fast, but we have to.
You were jamming.
Yeah, excuse the music, but that's it. Hovering. It's really cool, man.
How much is that?
I don't know what they are now.
Yeah, you can still find them for a couple hundred. Like they're not
Oh
like.
man, that's not bad at all. Do
Yeah.
you have that, Gabe?
No, I was gonna order it, but then I was like, no, I want the Hot Toys one. Like, yeah.
Joseph has it.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about? Hot Toys one?
They're doing a 1/6 one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, we got one more set of pictures that we got here.
What is the time anyway?
So we're at the 2 hour mark right now.
Okay, at 11. I'm just curious because I gotta get up at 3:45 in the morning for work.
Oh, we're almost done.
So that picture, he put his head on my shoulder, and just before he snapped the picture, he took his head back. That's why he was laughing.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that's funny.
and he was my smoking buddy for a weekend when I was working a con down in Vegas.
Oh, really?
The photo booth was right behind there, and he would come past in his little car to go smoke. So I go out there and vape with him when he was smoking. Yeah, we was talking about a knee surgery because we both had knee replacement surgery. Yeah, we bonded over our shitty knees. Look how tall he was. I mean, it's if he was like sat up straight, he's as tall as me sat down.
Yeah,
That's really cool that you had that private time with him.
Yeah, it was awesome, man.
So
Who
check
took
it out.
that
So
picture?
when I went in the back room with him, I was being very respectful. That when he signed the pouch, I didn't watch him sign it, but he was right next to me, like where you guys are right there. And I wish so much I would have just said something to him, and then like the time I've only been in line. Well, I guess Anthony Daniels one, but Mark Hamill was the only autograph thing I ever did, and him, and there was nobody in his deal, and I'd done anything to go back in time. Now I'd rather have his than anybody's.
Yeah, he was hurting back then, man. I mean, he was struggling. Yeah, he was sad.
His wife is so cool. Gabe, you got to meet her at Celebration.
Yeah.
That was in Celebration in Florida. So he gives you that to have your photograph taken with him. So once they snapped the picture, I was going to walk away with that 3PO. And then it was crazy because he's like, come back, or I'm going to tell the police. And it was like 3PO saying it. I just couldn't stop laughing. I just turned around and gave it back to him.
That's funny.
That is funny.
And
Hey,
he was
Gabe,
probably actually scared.
what do you think about this guy right here?
Oh man.
I know.
I bet I had a bad experience with him.
I remember. What did you think about him? Lee?
Yeah. He seemed all right. I mean, I messed with him right off the bat, right? So, I mean, those photographs are so impersonal. I mean, it's there, snap, gone, next. I mean, it's production line photography, right? So while it's nice to have that picture, I mean, it's a totally impersonal experience. All of it is.
Yeah.
You know, and even more so now with COVID. I mean, they got that plastic between you and them. Jeremy, yeah, he was frail then, and that was, yeah, I guess the foot. Look at that T-shirt. Gosh,
No, I didn't know you were such a sequel fan.
wow, yeah,
You can totally tell he's sucking in.
No, I'm not. I got my arms around both of them. They have a ridiculously big chest. It's annoying. Sucking in. So that's Christine Bauer. So remember True Blood?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's awesome. I had a massive crush on her back then. Yeah, I love True Blood. That was a great show.
Yeah, it was.
And that is the Derek Griggs. He's the guy that did all the Iron Maiden art.
Art. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oops.
That was at the local comic book show. Oh,
This
man,
one.
that didn't come out. That came out smaller.
Oh
So
yeah.
that was when I worked the first Comic Con I worked in Cheyenne and was looking after him. What a gentleman he is.
Yeah, he's super cool.
Oh,
Very flirty with Denise.
super
Really
nice.
like Denise.
Super nice. He
Come on
came
up
around
here.
for everybody that was working. He gave them a free print, 11
Yeah,
by 17 signed print.
very cool.
Sam and then take a photo with him. Super nice guy. And then this was that's at Stan Lee's memorial service at the Chinese Theater. Yeah, that was pretty emotional, man.
Have you ever seen him in person, Stanley?
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
He
The,
went
what,
right by me in a wheelchair once.
the photo op I had in Denver and that Comic Con that I worked in Vegas, that was a show. They were called Amazing Cons. And it was like that Stan Lee sponge thing. And that was when I was in Scotland. Do you know who that is? Any of you guys know who that is? It's Billy Connolly. He's a big, famous Scottish comedian. I mean, the guy is fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, dude. I know. But
Yeah.
it's hard to recognize him that way.
I guess the one of me and Stan didn't come out though.
Yeah, where is that? That was all.
Yeah, I must admit, some of them did got dropped.
That's cool. You got to meet those two dudes.
Oh, dude.
This is huge, dude.
Tom Wilson. He is the exact opposite of the character he plays in Preacher.
Yeah, that's
He
fun.
is. So he's thanking me, right? Because I got the 2 boards signed by him, and then I had that photo op done. And as I'm leaving, he's like, "Thanks, Lee. It's good to meet you." And he was so nice. Like Christopher Lloyd didn't really speak to you at all.
Yeah.
And then you had Biff, who was the world's biggest dick, was so nice. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like you. You're
Yeah. Well, I'm just
a
a
lot
dick
of
all
times
the time.
you think about it.
Yeah, your public persona,
Yeah.
precedes your behind the
Knowing you
scenes.
personally.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
That's awesome.
Freaking.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. So look, so we're obviously at the 2 hour mark, but I look here's the thing about Lee, right? Out of this whole community, I've made some amazing friends, and Lee is definitely one of my best friends here in the collecting community. And I'm telling you this, like I do like like my close friends. I keep a kind of a close little circle, and obviously I'm so privileged to have both of you kind of just in my life, and both of you, I get to call my friends. But I'm telling you guys, Lee is probably has the most noblest heart. Like and the thing is,
You're gonna
I
make
think
me cry.
no, but I really want to say this because I
Yeah.
think look, Lee always has the best intentions in mind. And I think a lot of, he is brass sometimes about the way he comes out, and says things, but that's because of that passion behind it.
Yeah.
Like he really does feel like passionate responsibility to like take care of others, right? And he does it in a very like selfless manner. So, obviously, he's gotten this reputation to kind of just tell it as it is, right? He tells you what you should know. And again, I think some people misinterpret that as being an asshole, but it's not. I mean, knowing Lee, knowing him kind of behind the scenes and understanding where he's coming from whenever he expresses himself or whenever he calls someone out, it's all coming from a good place. And I'm telling you this, like I vouch for his character at any day of the week because I'm telling you, we joke around a lot. Yeah, Lee's a dick, but he's
And
not.
he is. And he is.
Oh yeah, I am so bad to honor.
He's not. He's not. He tells you as a friend should what you need to hear, and sometimes that's hard to do. Right? That's hard for I look up to Lee for that reason alone. I wish I was like that. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm very polite. I'm very like careful to not hurt people's feelings, and that's just how my personality is, right? Like I want to be liked, I mean, that's just, I think, a trait that I have that a lot of us might have. And Lee, he's obviously he wants to be liked. Everyone wants to be liked, but I think he wants to make sure that people are doing the right thing and that everyone's happy in the community. And I'm telling you, Lee is one of the coolest, nicest guys that I've honestly ever met. And definitely, I'm so happy to call you my friend, and so glad you're able to finally show us your awesome house, and I really appreciate it, bro.
That's some really kind words right there. I wasn't expecting any of that. That's kind of floored me, actually.
I'm really glad that you said that, Gabe, because you speak the truth on that 100,000%. So, yeah, Lee, you're loved in the community, brother. It's just, there's so many different personalities, and it's a big ass community,
Well, there's so many bad actors in it too, and me and Gabe have been around the block long enough to see them when they come,
Yeah,
when they come knocking.
at the end of the day, you know, we're all friends and we all share the same love for collecting and Star Wars and I mean we're always here on a Saturday night hanging out together, all of us, the community. I mean, we're one big family and it's badass. And I know we're getting ready to wrap up, but I just got to say, I am loving Andor. I'm really, really loving Andor. I just, it's its own show, and even though hasn't been a lot of action, but just them walking in that, it's kind of like Luke on Tatooine, when there's not a lot going on, Jawas and a sandcrawler, not a lot, but then like they're out there in this open area, and then all of a sudden you see these TIE fighters come by. I know I'm kind of getting off, but I just want y'all to know I love Andor, dude. I'm just pumped.
It's a slow burner. I mean, it's laying a foundation, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's not these characters that have, I mean, no soul or anything. They really putting into it the story behind everything. So I'm hoping the payoff's going to be there.
Yeah, and at the very end, and it ends at the 50. You're like, shit, I got to wait till next Wednesday now. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, I'm really liking that stuff. So.
Cool. Well, guys, again, thanks again, Lee. Awesome collection, dude. You did an amazing job.
Thank you. I hope it lived up to expectations, because I know Gabe has been talking it up for a year, and I got so nervous yesterday. I was like, man, I feel like I'm under all this pressure. Everybody's saying, can't wait to see it. And it's like, what if I under-deliver on this? I'm going to feel
not
like
at all.
Dick.
Yeah, no. Finally, I mean, I had to tell him, Gabe. It's like, look, dude, you've been saying every other week that we can do it that week. I'm like, dude, we got to do it. I've got you actually told the community that we're going to do your deal next week. He's like, oh, great. So thank you for all your week's worth of work, scrambling and busting ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm almost there. It's funny. I keep saying that to my mother. She said, "You told me you was almost there in February." So even Michael and my mother's keeping me in check.
That's right. That's exactly right.
It's all worth it. Look, I mean, you did an amazing job. And again, I think you are kind of one of these people in the community that do inspire people.
Well, you inspired a shit ton of people, Lee.
Right. And in fact, so even Matt and I were messaging before the show, and he literally said, and I totally agree with him, he's like, after this show, watch, there's going to be a lot of people kind of doing some similar stuff, because again,
I'm happy to help anybody out, especially with light and stuff. I never used to be. I used to be pretty guarded with it. Remember, Gabe?
Whoa, yeah.
That was the early days, and then I'm happy to help people out. And everybody knows where I get my lighting kits from. It's no secret. And the signage guy, these things timed out, like they time out those ones from that. So he's on Etsy. This guy is on Etsy, and then all these little lights are from Amazon, X King. So all the secrets are out. I got no secret, no more secrets to give.
Thanks for using Dropbox. Yeah, we had
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties,
we
Jeff.
did have some technical difficulties a little bit, but we got
Yeah, we pulled it off, though, man. We pulled it off. Well, thank you for having me, guys, and it was a pleasure to finally be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I wish. So we got Ben's commission is shipping out on Tuesday, right? I wish on Monday. I wish I could have had that in hand to share with you guys because that Infus nest is absolutely beautiful, man. He killed it.
Cool.
It's so cool. Yeah, so maybe I'll pop on sometime, show you guys real quick.
Yeah. Maybe we might do a little midweek show, Michael, or something. Maybe after Andor.
That'd be cool. Let's do it, dude.
Yeah, if you want.
I've been in the mood to be on and hang out with you guys, dude. It's been nice.
Yeah, if you want to do that for the Andor thing, Gabe, it should be here by then. So I'd be happy to.
Yeah,
I can do an unboxing if you want on. Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
So, do you have any existing Star Wars projects you've been working on right now, Gabe?
Me?
Yeah. Like that you're messing around in the garage, or
in the middle of. No, not right now. Not that I think. That I can think of. No.
Yeah.
No, we're good.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah. So, what did you think about the T-Rex, Gabe?
Oh, we gotta talk about that one. That one needs to be placed. So Michael's thinking about doing a life-size T-Rex for the restaurant.
What?
Yeah.
You lost your mind.
I think here, and I was going to tell you this in private, but I think the way a lot of the props that you're putting kind of give it like a classy touch, right? It's like almost like hidden, like,
and it's too kind of
like what, right? Like what is that? Like let me go look at it and feel, right? The T-Rex would kind of just Hollywood Planet.
My son said, he goes, it's really badass.
Yeah,
because I showed him, but he's like, but it's kind of cheesy.
Cheapen it a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that.
No, you don't. What about that image I sent you today, Michael, to put in the arcade?
Yeah, what is that? What is it?
Life size Ed 209.
Yeah, no way.
Dude.
That'd be badass, dude. I remember you sent a thing a while back too, but yeah. So you have a life size Jaws, right? And then we've got the life size one of the barrels. And one of my friends said, "Hey, in the bar, you got to have, here's to swimming with bow-legged women." That's a scene out of Jaws.
Yeah.
But and then you've got a little bit of Battlestar Galactica, right? And then you've got, up in the VIP up there, you'll have the Wampa dragging Luke. We're going to be we're doing the life-size Yoda sitting in a really cool diorama environment. And I just got to say to David Boudreau, a big thank you for an unbelievable mock-up. I mean, he is completely redoing my Yoda, and between him, Phil, and David, David is just, I'm really, through this show, he's been sending me pictures of the Yoda, and it's just badass, dude. So, but I just, so we've got the Yoda, and then maybe, there's of course the life-size Vader, and so I do want to keep. What's that?
On the DeLorean.
Yeah, and then of course we got the DeLorean that'll be crashed in there, and I am going to do the clock tower around it.
Oh, you are going to do the clock?
Yes, huh? Absolutely.
What are you going to make that out of, Michael?
I've got my sign guy that's going to just build it.
Are they going to backlight the acrylic then, so
yes.
the face lights up?
Yeah, and in the middle of the tower, I'm going to have debris broke out around the DeLorean. Mm-hmm. Because the reason I'm doing that debris is to hide the undercarriage of the car, because it's not going to truly have the axles and stuff.
Right.
So I want to make sure, but it's got the tires and the inner, so I want to make sure everything looks legit, blinking tail lights, the whole thing.
Just for everybody is watching, we're gonna have like a Woodstock festival at Michael's property that weekend.
Yeah, right. Tron waitresses.
Well, bring your tent. We're all gonna just camp out in Michael's property.
Like a hippie takeover at Michael's property.
Well, it's exciting because we've been talking about this for a while, and it was actually on the show that I had said that, hey, let's do it. I want to do this restaurant thing, and now finally through all of the nightmare permits and all that crap, we're actually going to be pouring a slab in the next week. So actually, in the next month, we'll have the building erected. So it's really exciting, you know.
So have they got the plumbing done then, Michael, right?
All done. Yeah, they've tied steel today, and I got to go get all the dye for the concrete that's going to be pre-mixed, and they're pouring that. And but
So
yeah,
the floor
it's
going to be stained concrete then? You're going to keep that. That is going to be the floor, right?
that's right. Yeah, but the concrete, the stain is mixed
Right.
in the concrete, so it doesn't ever fade through the traffic of the people
Right,
walking
right.
in.
So what color is that going to be?
It's a gray. It's a
Okay.
darker gray. So,
Yeah, dude.
but yeah, it's going to be really cool. Just I'm excited getting all the prop replica, the stuff put together. It's this DeLorean thing's a challenge because once Brandon gets the car completely done, then I've got to work really hard on putting. I do have the big exhaust pieces that come off the back of the DeLorean and being made right now, but all the little pieces like the center hubcap or whatever, you guys know a little bit about that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's a lot of little things on there that
Are
I
you
got.
going to put the Mr. Fusion on there or no?
No, it's a part one. Part two sucks. No, I'm just kidding. I just the part one is I want the original shit in there. So, but yeah, guys, we'll keep you posted when it's fun stuff to see. But yeah, I agree, Gabe, what you said about the T-Rex and
Yeah,
Yeah, I think they would cheapen it.
yeah, I definitely think it might be. Yeah.
Maybe you could just get one of those inflatable suits, Michael, and run around in that.
Shut the hell up. And hey, Jeff, by the way, absolutely, you can cook steaks in there. I'm not saying I'm doing it, but you like I was like meatballs. You could do for our meatball sub sandwiches that we're gonna have as a specialty on.
Are you going to do steaks, Michael, or no?
Oh, what's that?
Are you going to do steaks?
No.
No?
Now, every once in a while, I might get crazy and have like a Friday night where I'm throwing T-bones on there, some fillets. But I mean, it's a legit wood fire. And friends of mine that own other restaurants in that oven, they throw steaks in there all the time. They said they put them in skillets and they put them in there. So that'd be cool.
Steak pizza.
So, but
Cool.
But
It'll be good. Yeah, and I mean, can't wait to.
Yeah, and John Wakamatsu is right. Mr. Fusion is on the end of number one. You're right, John. That's one of my buddies from Cheyenne.
That is true.
It is true. John is right.
Yeah.
Really puts the beer and the potato skins in. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to go back to the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, kick
Oh,
ass.
as they say on MTV Cribs, you've been in my house, now get out.
There you go. Yeah, let's let Lee get some rest. He's got to be up in what, like a couple hours?
Yeah,
4 hours. I got to be up for work. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well,
Lee, it
everyone,
was good hanging out with you, brother.
Thank you. It's sorry it took so long, but it was
yeah, geez.
and it would have taken longer if Michael hadn't been on my ass.
It's all good, and I don't think there's any disappointment in the viewers. It was badass. Your everything is such well displayed, and actually those lightsabers are really kick-ass. I really like those. Those are cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
But now I want the K2SO. Yeah, right.
All right,
guys, thanks for your Saturday night. Always good hanging out with y'all.
And thanks
Lee,
for everybody from
Gabe,
my buddies from jumping in. Cheers, guys.
and to your mom, I love Lee. We're good. I just we got a little thing.
Yeah, we got a good banter going on here, Michael.
There you go.
And by the way, my dad is 100% Welsh. Live right down the road from you guys.
Yep.
So all right.
So you're both Walians.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
I'm the good
All right, guys. You guys have a great night.
Absolutely. Good night, everybody.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's